Hey, it's Jason Pullman. I've got a friend of mine who's been seeing this guy for a little over a month, and she thinks he could possibly be married. So we reached out to a private investigator here in Atlanta, and this is the actual phone call between me, her, and the private investigator.
Niall, what's up, man?
Hey, okay. Let's get this done.
Yeah. Are you recording right now?
I am recording right now, but before I put anything public, I'll send to you for approval first.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Hang on one sec. Let me call over.
Cool.
Hey, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, sorry. Hey, it's Jason.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just to refresh my memory, where did you meet this guy?
On Hinge?
Did you really?
Yes.
I had no idea you were on a dating app.
I was on there for a few days, and then when me and him met, and that's the other thing that kind of concerns me. Before we met, when we started talking, and then we met the first time, and then the next day his app was deleted, and I'm like, I didn't see you on Hinge anymore. He's like, honey, I told you, I don't want to be on there anymore. I either feel the connection or I don't, and I felt the connection with you right away. So I thought that was kind of weird. It's like he was just waiting to find someone and get off of there, not to get in trouble for stuff like that. Those are the red flags that I had.
So you had a red flag before you even went out with him?
No. After we went out the first time, that's when he
took himself off of him?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, did he contact you first, or did you contact him?
He contacted me.
He contacted you, and then how long did you actually talk before the first time you went out?
6 days, I think, 6 days, something like that.
Okay, texting back and forth, or did you talk to him over the phone as well?
Oh, we talked over the phone.
Okay, and then, but the biggest red flag that you saw was when you called him, you FaceTimed him, and he said, hey, I'm just about to brush my teeth, I'll call you back in a minute, right?
Yes. What's going on? Did you find something?
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But I just want to recap.
He's not a fucking serial killer, is he?
Well, we're just about to tell you. So okay, so you FaceTimed him, right? And he was brushing his teeth.
No. I called him and he said he was brushing his. I didn't FaceTime him. I called him and he was brushing his teeth, and then he's like, hey, let me call you right back. I'm brushing my teeth, and then it took him a couple of hours to call back.
Right, and you're like, wait a second, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm like, because it was like
married?
8 in the morning.
So that's the reason why we wanted to get a hold of my friend Niall, and Niall runs this company called Eagle Investigative Services.
Mm-hmm.
And so you gave me his number, a picture of him, and then you happened to take a picture of his license plate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the information that I gave Niall, and that was literally less than 48 hours ago. So I'll say hi to Niall. Niall, this is...
Oh my God, you guys are fucking scaring me. Hi, Niall.
Hi. Don't be scared. You're fine. First thing to tell you is that you're not, I don't think, in any danger from this person, other than emotional danger, possibly. But you're not in any, I don't think you're in any physical danger.
Okay.
So then,
but you're, hey, Niall, before you get into it, your gut told you that
he's married or something.
That he's married. Something just isn't right here.
Yes.
Okay, Niall, I'm going to let you take it away.
No problem.
Tell me.
Yeah, no problem. So what did he tell you his name was?
Greg.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that's not his name. And where did he tell you he worked?
At
Okay, and did he tell you what kind of work that he does?
No.
No, okay.
He said it was something about... He said the word, but I'm not familiar with it. So he said when somebody is selling a company, like if Pepsi is selling to Coca-Cola, he's the one that kind of does the transaction and evaluates how much the company is worth.
Sure. Did you do any searching yourself for Greg on social media?
I did. I couldn't find anything. No social media, no Facebook.
Right.
No. I mean, I even Googled his name. Nothing came up.
Right.
And didn't you find that weird, too, that he's on Hinge, he's on a dating app, but yet he doesn't have any social media?
I didn't think of that. I've never dated in my life before, so this is all new to me.
Yeah, she. By the way, Niall, she
Yes.
recently.
I've been
was
married my
divorced.
whole life. I
Okay.
was married since I was 15 the first time, got divorced, got married at 18 again. So I don't have dating, and that's why I freak out. And,
Sure.
And
Sure.
like, I don't know, because I have kids, and he actually yesterday told me, he's like, I want to meet your kids and take them car racing or whatever. I'm like, you're not going to meet my kids until, I know this is right. And I felt something wasn't right.
Where did you get that picture? There's a picture you sent where he's wearing a helmet. Where did you get that from?
He sent it to me.
He sent it
I
to
kept
you.
asking him for a picture.
Right.
And he sends me a picture with a helmet.
Of
And
course.
I'm like, really?
Yes. And-
Always incognito. I'm surprised he didn't send a picture of him wearing a mask.
So he said, and where did he say he worked? Like what area of the world?
In the city.
In the city.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And where did he say that he lived?
Sandy Springs.
Lived in Sandy Springs. Okay. Well, he does work downtown,
Okay.
but he does not live in Sandy Springs. He lives in.
He lives.
He lives in.
Okay.
His name, and we're going to probably beep this out just for privacy reasons, but I can tell you his name is Gob. So the picture that I sent a picture to Jason this morning, and the way I got to that picture was you had taken a picture of his tag on the Porsche he was driving.
Yes, that was yesterday by my house.
By your house, yes. And then you sent that send that image to Jason. Jason sent it to me, and we have access to be able to look up who the registered vehicles of these tags are. Now, that doesn't tell us a whole lot, so I got a name from that, and then I Googled that name. And from that name, I got that picture of a face that, when I looked at that face and then looked at the image with the helmet on, the nose structure seemed quite similar. So I sent it to Jason, and he sent it to you, and you confirmed that that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Are you 100% sure that's him?
Oh, I'm positive.
Okay.
Yes.
So that man is who I just said. His name is Go. He's a senior partner at a major financial company here in Atlanta. In fact, he's so senior with that company that you can't just call him up and be connected to him. You have to have a reason for calling him.
Okay. Is he married?
I believe that he is. He owns the property in with a female who I've spoken to, but she was very tight-lipped and wasn't willing to give out much information. But I believe
Of course not.
yeah.
Did you tell her why you were calling?
No, absolutely not. No.
I want her to fucking know, because he can't be doing this to people.
Well, I mean, how often have you come across people like this, though, in the dating world? I mean, you say you don't date. Is this like the first date you've had in, say, how many years? Or how many months? What's
I just got divorced. My divorce was finalized in November, so I never dated before then.
Right.
But I went on a few dates. Nothing like this guy was just like promise. Like it's not hurting my feelings because we've only known each other not for that long.
Mm-hmm.
But all the stuff that he was promising and doing, and I'll never hurt your feelings, and he was telling me not to hurt his.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, how am I going to hurt yours?
What's going through your mind right now? And then secondly, what do you want to do with this information? Are you going to tell him that you know that he's married? Would you ever even think about contacting his wife? Or do you just want to just let it go and probably not ever contact or see him ever again?
I will tell him that I know he's married. I will tell him that I know his name is so-and-so. I'm not going to tell him how I found out. But I'm not going to let somebody just fuck with me like this, let him into my house, and he's asking to meet my kids. Does he have any kids?
I don't know, but has he been in your house?
He has been in my house.
You let this man into your house?
Yes.
What are you thinking about that right now, knowing that you let a man that you didn't even know who he was into your house?
I feel stupid.
Okay.
My kids weren't home when I let him in, my kids are with their dad now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Will this change the way you date from here on out and the way that you see people and meet people? Not that you want to distrust everybody whom you meet.
listen, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm very nice. Like, I'm not, because I would never do this to anyone. I would never lie like this. That's why it hurts my feeling. Like,
So, well, how's it going to affect you going forward?
I don't want to date right now. I just want to focus on my work and my kids, and that's it.
Okay. I mean, I know this is very bad news for you, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but, we're of the opinion that you should know rather than go along.
No, definitely. I'm so thankful for you guys, and thank you so much for all the work, Niall.
No problem. No problem. What advice would you have for people in your position?
Don't fucking get on a dating app.
Oh, dear. Oh, God. Well, I have to tell you, I agree with you. I was single for a long time, and it didn't take me long to get off those things because they're just rubbish, in my opinion. But
Yes.
But they do work for. They're very successful for a lot of people and people whom know how to tell the truth and that that are.
If you find an honest person, if you find an honest person,
correct.
Of course. But how do you know somebody's being honest with you? That's the question.
And that's where Niall comes into play at Eagle Investigative Services.
Right.
Yes, and that's absolutely right, and that's where, you know what, I should have trusted my feelings from the first time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll give you a small piece of it. I'll give you a small bit of advice. The next time you go on a date with somebody, and it's a first-time date, ask the person to show you their driver's license. And be willing to show your driver's license as well, because you've got nothing to hide. Why wouldn't you show it?
I have nothing to hide.
Right. So you say, I'll show, it's like not to be flippant about
Show me mine.
I'll show you yours. Yeah. No, that's not where I was going with that at all. But, but if you show, there should be no reason for someone to say, I'm not going to show you my driver's license. Then that tells you right there they've got something to hide. And if you're on a first date with somebody and that's what they say, I'm not going to show you my driver's license, you should get up from the table and run. Not walk, run. Because that's somebody that you do not want to be involved with. And you shouldn't be embarrassed or you shouldn't be insecure or scared to ask somebody that for their driver's license. It's not it's not something, you're not taking anything away from them. And you say, I've had a bad experience before and I don't want to get in the same position. I'll show you my driver's license, but I'd like to see yours. And it's protection for them as well.
So let me ask you this. Knowing the information that you know now and you had all those red flags, when you told some of your friends, because obviously I'm a friend of yours, you said something to me, did you say something to your other friends, and what did they have to say?
They did agree that they did tell me, just trust your feelings. You went out on a couple of dates, and every single time you go on a date, you tell us, this guy is so-and-so, and it ends up being right. And I'm like, you know what, but he seems like such a sweet guy. Let me just give it a try. I don't want to just, because I know I don't have experience, I don't want to just shut it off before I make sure. Although I was 90% sure something is up.
Mm-hmm. People always want to believe the best in people. I mean, you don't want to believe that somebody's going to be out to harm you or hurt you in any way, whether it be physically or emotionally. So you always want to believe the best in people. So I understand you wanting to make the best of it, even though you had your gut telling you something was wrong. But always trust your gut. That's another piece of advice I'd give you.
When you hang up with us, is he going to be the first person that you call?
Absolutely. But
That's
I do want his first and last name. I know it's the last name, but I do want his first name, just so I can tell him, like when I call and talk to him.
Okay.
So Jason, if I can have that would be great. And I don't know if you could provide me his wife's name.
I will tell you this. I would rather not, and I'll tell you why. We don't.
I'm hard. It's not because I wanna. I just, you know what? He's trying to get into my life, and not only my life, just to have fun. My kid's life. Because he insisted more than once that he And yesterday he said it again. He's like, when are you going to let me take the kids racing? So this is not a joke. He's not only messing with my life or my emotions. If my kids had met him and they got attached, and especially that their dad is not even in the picture much. You know, this guy is just messing with me, trying to mess with my kids' emotions, throwing around behind his wife. God knows how many girls he does this.
Well, here's the other issue.
So
We believe that's his wife. We're not 100% sure that it's his wife. Okay, so that the lady we talked to may or may not be his wife. We're not 100% sure about that. We're 99% sure. So until we are 100% sure.
Does she have the same last name?
She does.
And they own the home together in...
And she could be his sister. There's a possibility of that.
Because he told me his cousin lives with him.
And did he say his cousin was female?
Yes.
Okay, it's possible that she's his cousin. It's possible. I know there are 3 adults in the house. The woman I spoke to told me that, but she would not give me any more information. And she's just naturally hesitant to give out information. That's the impression that I got from her.
But don't you think it's ironic that he's been to her house? Like, how is it multiple times or a couple of times, and you've never been to his house once?
Yes, because he said his cousin lives with him, and I said, we're not going to go to your house to do anything. We're just going to go, I just want to feel comfortable, just like you came into my house, and you saw the way I live. Yesterday, he said, well, let me check what time my cousin's coming home. If she's going to be late, and I knew he was going to bail. And he texted me, he's like, she can be home in an hour, so I'd rather not have you here. I don't want to push you up. He said, I would never force myself onto your family. I said, I'm not asking you to meet your family.
Without getting into details, if you were his wife, what would you think about the level of a relationship that you're having with this guy right now?
Well, the first thing is, Niall, I would definitely want somebody to come and tell me if my husband was doing this.
Okay. Were you intimate with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
and that's fine. I don't want details. I'm just curious how far he took this in terms of hurting you, and it sounds like he took it pretty far.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
And please, because listen, Jason.
Yes.
I'm Middle Eastern. This could really, like, my parents will fucking kill me if they know this.
So this is not uncommon. You're not in the minority. But
I put myself in this position because I should have not let him into my life the way I did so quick, knowing or feeling like there was something fishy.
Right.
But aren't you glad that you know now as opposed to a year or 2 or 3 years down the line?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
What's your favorite restaurant?
This is the last thing. I'm just so pissed right now.
No,
I like everything.
Okay. Well, think of the most expensive restaurant that you can think of. Make him take you there for dinner, eat the dinner, and then tell him, and then walk out.
Yes!
Okay.
Come on, you've got to do that, please.
And I will let you guys know. Maybe you'll be there.
Niall and I will be in the booth right next to you.
So I shouldn't tell him over the phone, correct?
I mean, it's just too easy for him to hang up on you. It's too easy for him to kill that phone number, which is a prepaid phone number. There's no listings for that.
By the way, we totally forgot to tell you. His phone number that he gave you that you've been talking to him on.
Oh, yeah, it's a Metro PCS.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a burner phone.
Yeah, it's a burner phone. So, it's just too easy for him to throw that in the trash and get another one. And, at least you get a little, they talk about getting your pound of flesh. You get a little bit of, maybe you get a nice meal out of it, and you get to stick it to him in person.
Okay.
And meet him meet him at the restaurant. Don't have him pick you up so that you're depending on him to get home. Meet him at the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And maybe when you're done with your, make it as a surprise. Say, look, I had a great closing. I just want to celebrate. When can we go to dinner at XYZ restaurant?
I just texted him. Right before you guys called, because I knew I was gonna hear back from you. I'm like, I have a closing and I'd love to see you tomorrow. But I was 100% sure that I was gonna hear this from you. So yes, it did hurt my feelings because I was hoping for something different, but I was expecting it.
Well, suspicions confirmed.
Well, thank you. And you said you're not sure, and I know you said you're 90% sure that the lady is that, but you don't see any marriage certificate or anything.
No, those kinds of things are not available to us online. We'd have to go down to the courthouse and look for licenses and things like that.
I don't need it. I don't care. At this
Right.
point, him lying just about his name is more than
Right. If he's going to lie about that, what else would he lie about?
And it just starts with the burner phone anyway. I mean, the guy has a burner phone. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Well, we wanted you to hear it from us, and
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry this happened to you.
I'm so sorry as well.
But I'm also a little bit happy that it happened because now you're smarter for it, you know? You're smarter for the whole thing.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Niall and Jason. I really
No
appreciate
worries.
it. And I owe you guys. I owe you dinner. And I'm very nice.
No, you're good.
You're absolutely
good.
fine.
Oh, listen, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Niall.
No problem. Take care and good luck with the closing.
Thank you. I'll be contacting you when I start dating the next time.
No problem. Not a problem.
That's what it's all about. Eagle Investigative Services. Okay. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Take care, everybody. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
But and this guy's wife aren't the only ones who have been deceived. There is so much more to this story, and you'll get the rest of it next week.